Right, so this is Fallen mode. As you can see, wave 40, Fallen shields, very cool. Now, you may probably already guess the type from this video what I'm doing by doing this. Yes, collecting Fallen mode logbooks, which is surprisingly easier than I thought it would be. Like, I knew there was a load of exclusive enemies in Fallen mode, but these are actually quite easy to get. And, like, I think the hardest one is probably something like the Fallen Honor Guard, but like, the Fallen Honor Guard has a high amount of health, so it might not even need to, and it might not even need to kill 60 of them. And, like, because I already have the Fallen King from Hardcore mode, I don't need to kill the Fallen King. But, I mean, like, I might as well, because, you know, it's there for the taking. You might as well, right? And, like, what's this? The Fallen Guardian. I already have the Fallen Guardian logbook from Hardcore mode, but again, like, I don't need it. And that's soon going to be the Fallen King dead. I mean, I don't need to kill it again, but, you know, fair enough. And bam, there you go. That is Fallen mode done. Supply drop, very cool indeed. So, checking my logbook, there is very few things that I need right now. So, Fallen Tank, that's the Fallen Summoner, that's the Fallen Honor Guard, that's the Elite Boomer. And interestingly, I forgot about the slow boss. I forgot the slow boss is exclusive to easy and casual mode only, so I need to get that as well. But first the Fallen mode stuff, and then I'll get the Fallen mode stuff afterwards. Obviously, do this on time scale and do this on solo mode just to speed things up. Like, I assume you can probably find a way of doing it on, like, Infernal Abyss to grind out the Fallen Honor Guard and stuff, because they'll be, like, triplicated, but obviously that's not what I'm going for here. I'm just going for speed and efficiency, except I probably placed that Golden Cowboy wrong. Yeah. Oh well, too bad. The next one will have to be down here. Yeah, don't do that. Don't place the Golden Cowboy up here. Don't do speed. When I did multi mode, I used to place the Golden Cowboy up there because it used to speed run the multi mode quicker up there. But here, you probably need one down here. And again, though, it is speeding things up, so you never know. Okay, what's this? It's the Fallen Hero. Oh, I already got the Fallen Hero. What the heck? Why is it saying I got the Fallen Hero when I already had it? Okay, Fallen Summoner. Very cool indeed. Okay, looks like I have two logbooks. Fallen Tank and Corrupted. I already got the Corrupted Fallen Tank. Fair enough. Yeah, and what's this one? The Fallen Guard. I got the Fallen Guardian twice. Okay, fair enough. All right, going into the index. I think I have. Okay, so I have the Fallen Summoner, apparently. I don't know how I managed to get the Fallen Summoner out of nowhere. There we go. Fallen Summoner. Got that. And that leaves one more item. The Fallen Honor Guard and the Giant Boss, obviously. But Fallen Honor Guard first. So I'm currently like an hour in. And let me tell you, the Fallen Honor Guard, I just realized it only appears twice in regular Fallen mode. So this is a pain in the ass. So to guarantee the Fallen Honor Guard, you need to do it 30 times in regular Fallen mode. Of course, if you do it in like Hidden Wave, Infernal Abyss, you probably can guarantee it more. But like doing it solo is most convenient for me, and it's a pain in the ass. So it's been 12 hours since the last video of this was being recorded, or last clip of this being recorded. Yeah, I've triumphed the map 14 times, Fungi Island on Fallen mode, because I found that to be the easiest mode. I've triumphed it at least 15 times, probably more. I still haven't got the Fallen Honor Guard's logbook. Yeah, as you can see here, I'm still missing 2 more logbooks. Big yikes. Oh well, we're just gonna have to continue grinding this out, I guess. Right, so with this kill, I would have killed 30 Fallen Honor Guards at the very least, probably closer to 40, given that some of the wins weren't recorded. Before I took the quest. 30 kills of the Fallen Honor Guard and still not yet got the logbook. This is torturous. I've been at this for like hours. Right, let's see. Nope, no logbook. Yay, we continue again. Alright, so that's 30 kills of the Fallen Honor Guard. Have I got it? No. Fantastic. Brilliant. What is it? Where do I claim it? Claim that. Oh, I was just aft for a second and I just realized I think I might have the logbook for the Fallen Honor Guard. Yes, I do. Finally. Jesus Christ. I'm like I don't know what win this is, like the 17th win according officially, but then obviously I've had like unofficial wins after this, so a lot of kills. So that was about the 40th kill for the Fallen Honor Guard. Yeah, Fallen King die. So that is a lot of wins. I think my win ratios increased from like 0.82 to like 0.85 because of that. And I now have 1 remaining item left in the index log. Yes, because I have the Fallen Honor Guard. Fallen Honor Guard, here we go. Fantastic. Now, I've said in the past that the best way to get everything is not to use casual mode. However, given the fact that I'm missing the slow boss, the slow boss appears most regularly in casual mode, so it seems like I'll probably have to do casual mode to get the slow boss. But that is the last enemy for me to get. Very cool. You know, for this, timescale tickets are basically a godsend. because otherwise it'll take frickin' forever for this. So, from my count, it looks like there are 20 slow bosses that appear in casual mode, so therefore I only need to beat casual mode thrice to get the slow boss, which is fair enough. We're just gonna timescale all of these games, honestly. Probably not even gonna record all of them. Right, maybe this is the kill for the slow boss if I've done my maths correctly. I might have not done my maths correctly, who knows. Maybe not, maybe I haven't done my maths correctly. Or I've accidentally claimed the slow boss logbook without even recording it, which is going to be a shame. Oh, I do have the slow boss log. Okay, I got the slow boss logbook somehow in one of those games that I didn't even realise. Okay, fair enough. So, let's see. That is everything, I think. Where is S? Yes, slow boss logbook. Yes, very cool. And with that, I have every single logbook in Tower Defense Simulator, apart from the Frostspawner. Okay, yeah. I have all the evergreen logbooks, aka all the non-event logbooks. Yeah, no way was I getting the Frostspawner logbook with the amount of time that I had at the time. So, yeah. So, these are... Yeah, it goes to 4 pages. Very cool indeed. Right, so the amount of logbooks that you can get in the game does not correlate to the amount of index items there are because, well, the developers have actually removed some of the exclusive enemies. So, for example, try and find the multi-boss here. Yeah, it's not here. Even though you can get the multi-boss as a logbook, and you need to get it as a logbook for it to... Actually, no, you don't need to spawn it in anymore because Legacy Multi-Mode is in the game, so you don't need that. But what they've done is they removed anything from Legacy Fallen Mode and Legacy Multi-Mode tags, plus Legacy Golden Mode, but I don't think you can have Legacy Golden Mode anyways. So yeah, these are enemies that have either, they have an exclusive tag, yes, but if they have, like, say, the Summoner boss, for example, that doesn't appear here anymore. Interestingly, the Giant boss does appear here, but the Summoner boss doesn't. I personally think that that's a crackdown on, like, please donate logbooks, so they need to, like, authorize the amounts of, authorize the logbooks that you can get. And looking through the database, they authorized certain enemies, but they didn't authorize others because they didn't realize that they were in the game. Aka something like the Molten Boss, aka something like the Summoner Boss, something like the Dark Necromancer, which is where they don't appear anymore. But you can still get their logbooks, and I still count that. But in total, there's how many indexes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then doing to the last page, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus one more for because duplicated Walks the Fox entries. That's 361 entries. Now there's 362 entries possible, that being obviously the Frostspawner. I only have 361, but you know what? Fair enough. Now, if I were to have some advice for people who are wanting to get every single logbook or every single index entry, what I'll do is probably go for the hardcore enemies first because they're probably going to get removed first. Any event enemies that come along the way, for example, any of the Operation Ice enemies. Obviously, you can't get Operation Ice enemies, but in the future, obviously, they're going to be more event enemies, so do those next, because they're going to go as they have limited time. And then after that, so you probably want to do, like, Pellucid Wastelands 2, Badlands 2, and Pizza Party, because they have enemies which are going to be quite hard to get and quite laborious to grind out, and they might be removed later on down the line through some glitches or whatever, because they're quite unique enemies. In the meanwhile, survival game modes, for example, they have enemies which are probably going to stay in the game for a while, so you're not in any risk of these enemies not being in the game. As for enemies that are exclusive to, say, challenge maps, for example, the tank, that's the hazmat, that's the glitch, and those are stuff like that. Dark Necromancer, Summoner Boss, those are extremely hard to get now. If you get a challenge map that does allow you to kill those enemies, do that as soon as possible and grind out that laboriously, because that challenge map may not appear again. You might get unlucky and get an enemy's beta version, in which case those enemies may not spawn in, but I think for the glitch, those enemies, that's really redundant, but we never know. The challenge system might be reworked in the future, and enemies like the glitch and the tank, they might get removed, and you may not be able to get them again. After that, you probably want to do two game modes of easy mode, or one dual lane easy mode, because there you need to get the bolt, which only appears in easy mode. Then you probably want to do 2 or 3 games of casual, because you need to get the slow boss, and it appears 20 times in casual mode. Intermediate mode you will need to do if you don't get patient 0 from casual mode in the 3 times that you do it. Moving on to multi mode, you probably need to do that a couple of times to get the Molten Summoner, which is the hardest one to get in my experience. And then finally, Fallen mode, you're going to have to grind that out quite a few times if you don't get the Fallen Honor Guard, luckily, because I had to do that about a lot of times, shall we say, because it just wouldn't drop. Even though it has a high amount of health, I just got unlucky. So you might need to do up to 30 Fallen mode game modes. Obviously, you can reduce that if you do, like, multi-lane maps or the Hidden Wave, but if you're doing it solo, like I am, on your own whim, then 30 game modes of Fallen mode would guarantee it. Obviously, you
don't need the Fallen King because you got it from hardcore mode, but if you're doing 30 games of Fallen mode, then it's going to be quite... You're probably going to get the Fallen King anyway. And yeah, hardcore mode is going to be a pain in the ass because of the fact that you need to kill it. You need to kill something like the Health Cultist, or like the Molten Boss, or the Fallen Swordmaster, or the Void Reaver, potentially up to 60 times. I mean, for the bosses that have over 100,000 health, you're probably not going to need that. And for something like the Gravedigger, for example, yeah, you're probably better off doing it in hardcore mode, given that you need to kill the Health Cultist 60 times. Oh, and to stop this all off, you can't revive and you can't restart, because then that will make sure that those kills don't count for logbook drops. So, don't do that. That is my story of getting all of the logbooks. Complete pain in the arse, especially after the pity drop rates increased threefold. And I would recommend to all people, you don't do this. But if you're like me and you're masochist, do it. And obviously, don't forget the tutorial boss. Yeah, and you're gonna have to do that for 4 hours.